I want to say I'd be remiss. I want to get into the offense. I want to bring up a player that I think deserves a game ball because he didn't get one and he won't get one and he won't get the
I
recognition
know
he
who you're going to
deserves.
say. I love this too.
He stepped in with the best offensive line in the league for a guy in Graham who's a very good guard and played excellent. And that is Christian Mahogany. I think Christian Mahogany, who they drafted, he's a rookie, and he missed most of the beginning of the year, and he missed training camp. Remember, we went to a ton of training camp, and all you heard on updates was, not available, can't participate, just different stuff he was dealing with. I don't know his business or anything like that, but I knew he wasn't available. And he comes out there, Boone, not only jumps other guys that have been here that have played snaps as starters at guard, but he comes in and plays. I mean, the thing you want to see from Mahogany yesterday is you see him in space. They had him in space. It looked like he wasn't a guy that you consistently pointed out going, that guy messed up. That guy messed up. You didn't have to say his name at all. And then when you did, it was positive. So Christian Mahogany, excellent game yesterday against a very good defensive line. And also an excellent game stepping in and doing what he has been practicing and training to do. But also credit to Brad Holmes, man. He might be the future at guard for you. You might have just found your future guard.
Yeah, I think that's one of the more important things too that you need to figure out. We were talking about that yesterday. It's like figuring out the next generation of Detroit Lions offensive line because guys, as much as people hate to see it, and I remember I talked about it last year on the show I was on last year, and when I brought it up, people were like, "This guy, like, what are you talking about? We love the guys we have." It's like we're not moving on like this year, next year, but it's like future. Like this Lions team is built off the trenches offensively.
Yep.
Like it's the trenches. And when you have a guy like Taylor Decker who's a little older, Graham Glasgow who's only on a 2 or 3 year deal who's a little older, Kevin Zeitler 1 year deal who was older, he could retire at any point. He's had a great career, and if he wins a Super Bowl, Kevin Zeitler might even say, "Hey, great career for me." You know, I know I'm an All Pro guard right now, but hey, there it is. Like that, what a year for me, and what a career. The only one, Frank as well, like Frank Ragnow, he's getting to that point. He has injuries, so like. The only one that's probably long-term, for a long time you have is Penei Sewell. So it's like you have to start looking at replacements, at guys to learn from these guys and like, hey, I can step in. And Mahogany, Jeff, like he was unbelievable yesterday. And I want to go back too, once we're done with the show today, I do want to go back and rewatch the game and kind of just watch Mahogany offensively a little bit to see how good he actually was. But there were just so many times. It's typically like when you're watching the game, you're watching the skill players. Obviously, you're looking at all of that. But when you notice an offensive lineman, like how Penei Sewell is out front on a screenplay, or, these guys are pulling and you see them lead blocking here for a run play. When you notice a guy like Christian Mahogany, you're like, dude, he's out there lead block. He's out there making plays. Like they're running right behind him. He's not allowing sacks. Like he is great in the pass rush. When you notice that and you see him, and we saw him multiple times, you can watch our stream back multiple times. You see Mahogany's out front with Penei Sewell blocking right now. He is out in the screen making a play. They score a touchdown. Who's one of the guys right there that just opened that hole up? Mahogany. And it was the same thing like when Craig in the second half. Craig, remember those runs that Craig had just wide up, right behind Mahogany, boom, opens up. So he's elite. Like in the fact that he missed all of training camp, he missed multiple weeks of the regular season, comes in practice, has to kind of work his way back off IR and all of that. And he is all of a sudden here out of nowhere, your number one backup. Like he is the guy, hey, when you have an actual backup at guard, which I think is a big thing because before, like Yodi was good, but rolling with Yodi in the NFC Championship game, there are definitely some knocks that you can probably say, hey, yeah, that he's not at that level. Now Mahogany, if a guy goes down, you have him stepping up. And Colby, he passed Colby up. I was big on Colby. I thought, hey, just give the man some time. Mahogany, like you got him in the 6th round. He was supposed to be when we did mock drafts, he was a 2nd, 3rd round guy. Like we were taking him in the 2nd, 3rd round. Brad gets him in the 6th round. That's like unbelievable.
Yeah,
Brad Holmes is another stud in late in the draft.
He's a steal. I mean, he played yesterday 65 offensive snaps. Christian Mahogany, 65 offensive
100% of the snaps.
100%, yes. He had 32 run blocking plays, 33 pass blocking plays. In the 33 pass blocking plays, he allowed 0 hurries and 1 hit, 0 sacks. So 0 hurries, 0 sacks, 1 hit. It's 82.5 pass blocking grade on PFF. He played exceptional. And he played at left guard, and he played at right guard against the Packers for a couple snaps, and he looked solid. But yeah, those are great grades. Again, no sacks, 1 hit, no hurries. So for him as a rookie playing his first real game, I mean, he played a couple snaps, little cup of coffee against the Packers, but to play that amount of snaps against the Bears and be that exceptional, you with certain positions, you know, right away. Some guys, you just know that they ain't it right away.
Yeah.
That dude, you know he's it. And the run blocking grade for Christian Mahogany was 70.4. So still solid.
Do you have the stats on it? Did he give up any sacks, or how many pressures did he give up? Do you have that or no?
Yep, he gave up in terms of pressures. I think it was 1 pressure.
That's great. For how many, what, 30 something snaps?
Yep.
I think 32.
1 pressure, 1 hit. I remember we saw that play where he gave up the hit. But that was it. 1 pressure allowed. And
for your first NFL start as a 6th-round rookie, that is unbelievable.
Yeah, and 65 snaps, offensive snaps, 1 pressure.
How would you say the run grade was? I apologize.
It was 70.4.
I wonder what the NFL average is. I'd be interested to know.
And then 82.5 pass blocking.
It's great.
So
that's unbelievable.
Yeah, he played exceptional. So big shout out to him. And another player that
just real quick, I just want to throw this up. Coach Watt, Colby can still be a guy. I don't disagree with that. Like, I still think Colby can turn into someone.
Maybe not a starter level, but backup guy maybe.
But over the next 2, 3, 4 years, you have a guy who's backup, and if you need him to start, year 2, year 3, maybe he does turn into that, because he did play at William & Mary, so he was like a small school guy. Maybe eventually he gets used to it and he gets everything fills out and he starts learning. Boom, boom, boom. It turns into a starter. Maybe it just takes longer for some people. But Mahogany the man was playing in the ACC versus elite talent his whole career. I think it was a 3 or 4 year starter too. So
yeah, he played at Boston College. So played a good program. So Brad Holmes, you got another hit. That's what it looks like from Christian Mahogany. Hey, what's going on there? It's Jeff Iafrate. Appreciate you for finishing the video. You can check out one of the videos here suggested or show support by commenting, liking, and subscribing. And buy your merchandise, officialctsports.com.